Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my least used luxury items in my collection. And yeah, let's get into the video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Marlene and I do videos and vlogs about luxury fashion, handbags and shoes. If that's something you like, please consider subscribing to my channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. So today I'm going to talk about the items that I have currently in my collection that I use the least. That doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like them. It means that I don't use them that often. It could be several reasons for that. And the first item that I have in my collection that I don't use is my Hermes card holder. This is the Citizen 12 card holder. It isn't because I don't like it. It is because I have something that works better for me. And if you have seen some of my other videos, you might know that I really love my Chanel card holder. This is the one that I use, and I don't use this because I find this to be better, so therefore I don't use it, but I love it because it matches my Birkin 30 in gold, because this one is also in gold and it also has palladium stamp. My gold Birkin has gold hardware, but it doesn't bother me that the stamp and the hardware doesn't match. But the reason why I don't use it is because I prefer the Chanel card holder over this one, and since I got the Chanel card holder I have used it non-stop, and therefore I stopped using this one. I feel a little bit bad about it because I really like it. I think it is such a good color and I think it is a good piece, but for me it is the Chanel card holder, and I don't bother myself with changing card holders because I think it's quite a hassle to do that. So therefore I don't use it anymore. I will not sell it. I will keep it in my collection because I think it is a good piece, but I'm not using it as much as I hoped I would. And the leather on this one is Epsom, which is a little bit more stiff than Togo, which is the leather that I have my Birkin in. That was the first item that I don't use in my collection. And over to some other things that I feel a little bit bad about. The second item is actually a gift that I got from my Dior essay, but it isn't me, it isn't my style at all, and it is the silk scarf from Dior. I think this was for the Lunar New Year 2022, and since then I haven't used it because I find it to be not my style. It is pink and white and I don't really use silk scarf because I feel it is a little bit too much. However, I did recently buy a silk scarf from Hermes quite recently, just a month ago, but I don't know, I think it is the colors for me. I think it is a little bit too pink for me. I don't know. And I'm also a little bit afraid of looking like a flight attendant, or if I'm working at Dior or Hermes. If I wear silk scarf, and it isn't my style. My style is a little bit more younger, I think, than this. However, I really like silk scarves and I really want to like them, but it isn't my style. Maybe in the summer I will get the chance to use it, but for now I haven't used it once because it hasn't been the right time to use it. So I feel very bad about it because it is such a nice gift. But it is a no for me. It is not me, and hopefully it will be someday, but for now it is not me. That was the second item, and over to the next item. It is something that I bought impulsively last summer, I think, and it is the Bottega slides. The reason why I don't use them is because I feel that they are falling off when I walk in them. And also I have another pair from Hermes that I really like and that I use every day because they are very comfortable. But they are very comfortable, but I feel that they are falling off, and they are in size 37 and they fit my boyfriend. He is a 42, and I think that's the reason that I feel that they are falling off, because they are very big. As you can see, they are huge. I think I have used them a couple of times only inside, and I'm actually going to sell these because I don't feel that they are going to be used anytime soon. So therefore I don't want them to sit in the shelf and collecting dust, because I feel that they don't have potential in my wardrobe. That was the third item that I don't use in my collection. And now when we are speaking about fluffy slippers, I also have to mention my Cypress sandals in shearling. I really really love these. I have another pair and I think that's the reason why I don't use these, because the one that I have is already worn, and here are the ones that I have already, and they are already worn and they are quite dirty and everything. But with these, since they are white, I am a little bit more careful and I don't want to get them dirty as these ones, because these ones you cannot see the dirt that much because they are in that beige pink kind of color. But with these, since they are white, they are a little bit less durable when it comes to wear and tear. But I really love these, and I think if I have gotten these before the other ones, I think I would have worn these just as much as I do with the ones that I already have. But I think that's the reason I just have to jump in it and try to use them, because as they are now, they are not worn at all. And I got them for Christmas, so I really need to start using these because they are perfect. They are in such perfect color and I love them so much. And I love them even more than the other ones that I have, just because I think the color is more me and it fits my home more than the pink color does. So I just have to do it sometime. Hopefully very soon, because I need to start using these. I feel very bad about that because these are my ultimate dream slippers and I can't just let them sit in the shelf when collecting dust, because they are meant to be worn, and also they are a little bit expensive, so I don't want to buy them and just have them in the shelf. They need to be used. So yeah, that was the fourth item. And over to something that I am a little bit scared of using, just because I don't want to ruin it. It is my Birkin 30 in Beton with gold hardware in Togo leather and in return. The reason that I don't use this bag that often is because I am afraid of getting color transfer on it, because it is a light colored bag. And as you might know, quite early in my bag collecting days, I had an accident with my Bottega pouch, which was in white, and the first day that I took it out after I bought it, it got color transfer on it. So therefore I am a little bit afraid of getting color transfer on this one. But it is such a perfect bag. I would never ever sell it because I really love it so much, and I think the color is just so special and unique. But I am a little bit careful with her because I don't want to get any color transfer on it. And also I got it in August and the autumn winter season started not that long after I got her, and I feel that this is more like a summer bag than a winter bag. So hopefully I will start using her a lot more now when it is spring summer. But it has nothing to do with the bag that I don't use her. It is just that I want to be extra careful with her because I don't want to ruin her, because she is such a special bag for me. That was the fifth item in my collection that I don't use that often. I think this is the one that I love the most from the items that I don't use that often. That was my Birkin 30. And the next item is my Dior teacup, and the reason why I don't use this teacup that often is because I only have one, and also that I have my Hermes cups that I prefer over this one. And I also think this is a more summery vibe to it than, for example, my mosaic teacups and coffee cups. And because you can see it's the Lily of the Valley motif. I feel that's more like a summery motif. Hopefully when it comes to summer I will use this teacup a lot more, but for now I haven't used it that much. But I really like it. I think it is such a special piece, but I'm not using it enough. So hopefully I will change that very soon, but for now it is not being used. And over to the last item that I have in my collection that I don't use that often is a very controversial to be me, because this is my Avalon blanket and I love it so freaking much. The reason why I don't use it is because I am afraid of getting stains or anything on it. However, it is displayed in my apartment every day. It lays perfectly on the couch, but I don't use it as it should be used, as a blanket, but I have it more like an interior design element in my apartment. But I love it so much and I think it is just a perfect color in my apartment. I would never sell it because I love it so much, but I don't use it as a blanket. And therefore it is one of my least used items because I don't use it the way that it is meant to be used. But I feel that I use it every day when it comes to the design element. But yeah, that was my last item that I don't use that often in my collection. So I think the items that I have in my collection that I don't use that often or that I don't use at all, most of them I really love them, but the only item that I would consider selling is my Bottega slides, and the reason for that is because I feel that they don't have any place in my wardrobe anymore and I haven't used them in almost a year. I feel a little bit bad about it and I just want to sell them and don't want to see them again. But my other items, I feel that they are good to have in my collection. For example, the card holder. If I want to change from my Chanel card holder to this one, I think it is a perfect one to have in hand. And also for the other ones, I feel that I don't use them that often because I don't want to ruin them and I love them so much. So that was my least used luxury items in my collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and also let me know in the comments which item in your collection is the least used one. I'm very curious to hear that as well. And also, if you haven't checked out my Instagram yet, be sure to do so. We are soon at 10,000 followers on Instagram and I look so forward to that. So be sure to follow me on Instagram as well. Maybe I will do a giveaway there when I reach 10,000 followers on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not done watching me yet, here is another video and goodbye.